I'm very fortunate to work with the grade 2 team. We've really collaborated and come together with Virtual School, and we're ensuring that we're providing the same learning experience for all of our students. A lot of the lesson preps and daily routines look the same as they do in regular school. I'm still finding the content, finding vocabulary words. We have the prefix on to make this a new word. So in that sense, a lot of the prep looks the same. On the other hand, when I'm creating the asynchronous lessons, it takes a bit more time. I'm recording myself teaching a lesson, splicing it together, uploading it to YouTube, and then creating a seesaw activity to go with it. I really love the synchronous learning where I can teach live because it feels the most like regular school. And I offer an office hour for my students that feel like they need that extra connection or a little bit of extra help. I love it because kids can get one-on-one time, they can come to my office hour, and I'm there to walk them through any of the assignments for the day, clarify vocabulary, and it's a really great time just for me to make connections with my students. One way I motivate my students is by leaving voice feedback on Seesaw. You can leave them a little comment instead of typing them. I like to add that touch of my voice so that they can hear that the work that they're doing is really important. It's so great to be able to connect with kids through Zoom and be able to see their faces. I think just being there every day and smiling really helps create that great connection that kids need. In addition to teaching my students at school, I'm also teaching my personal children.
During virtual learning, I've found several routines that I really enjoy. I make a really good cup of coffee and sit and read, and then typically I'm in classes or meetings much of the day. And then when classes are over in the afternoon, I like to go for a walk. One tool on Zoom that I've really appreciated is the intentional use of breakout rooms, where students have had an opportunity to get in groups, sometimes of just 2 or 3, sometimes half the class, and discuss ideas. I like to use breakouts very intentionally, and students often are put in pair sets, sometimes in small groups, and I'm seeing a real rise in listening skills, but also verbal skills.
Is it fair? Fair? Not really, because
they're extremely helpful with each other with providing feedback, as well as having an opportunity to have an audience. There's been a lot that I've enjoyed through the process of virtual learning, and I've seen a lot of growth from students. Their improved self-management, that's been impressive to see students not only show up, but continue learning through the process. I've also seen improved communication, and some students actually blossom through this process where they have greater voice, or you see it a lot of times in their writing.
Have a great rest of your day, you guys. I'll see you.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
I love my job, and I love my students. The first thing that came to mind when I started teaching virtually was, how can we be more social? I designate 5 minutes at the beginning or at the end of class to just socialize, to talk about where people are at, what's going on in their lives. It absolutely brings the class together. The other thing that I've definitely encouraged in my students is exercise. I try to get a very, very intense 1-hour workout every single morning. I do think that fresh air and sunlight is so important. It really, really does improve your outlook. But I needed to do something more. And that's why I came up with the virtual orchestra. So we took a song, Lean On Me, and we said, just record one little snippet from this song, whichever part of the song you prefer, and send me the videos. We got at least 40 different videos of people singing, playing instruments, dancing, doing choreography, and we put them together, and it just came to life. I noticed that my students kept asking me, hey, Mr. McMillan, can we maybe have a debate? Then I realized after the second meeting that this was the social outlet that these students had. And we meet regularly every week, and we talk about politics, or we have a formal debate, and we're continuing to meet and to thrive, and that's been very, very positive.